Dance studio owners, is your flyers telling on you? And if it is, what is it saying? Is it saying the truth? We built our business from 28 students and we grew all the way to 7 figures. How did we do that with a dance studio? We created a standard. We put it before the people. We decided to do things our way. And guess what? You do that by showing people with your advertisement, with your flyers. This is how you get it done. If you are a dance studio owner, an art center, if you are a music program owner, if you are a kingdom business or a faith-based business, this is for you. You want to get yourself out there. You want to promote your business. You want it to be in front of the masses. How do you do it? You do it through advertisement. You do it through truth, and you do it with intention. All right? This is for you. Listen up. Dance has a standard, right? Dance has something that we are all familiar with. And at the time, advertising in 2013 was all about showing those perfect lines. It was all about showing competition shots, straight lines, serious faces. What dance studios were doing back then when we first opened, they were taking pictures off of Google and they were putting those pictures on their flyers. Not knowing the students, not knowing who they actually were as artists. They were just doing it because it was showcasing excellence, so they thought. It was showcasing perfection. So what we decided to do was change the narrative. We decided not to put those perfect pictures on a flyer and advertise that to our community, because we realized that we were advertising to families and potential students. We weren't interested in advertising for judges and other dancers, because if we were doing it that way, we were having a hidden agenda to kind of steal those clients. We believed in building the clients. So we decided to take it from where it was as the standard industry expectation of showcasing perfection. We decided to showcase our kids. So we shifted the focus. We shifted the focus to kids front and center, smiles, energy, real moments. We wanted to really capture joy. We wanted to capture development. We wanted everyone to see our marketing and say, oh, this right here is a studio that we can trust. It's family friendly and they look just like my kid. We didn't want to put the perfect dancer on the flyer because it was lacking relatability. We wanted people to see it. That's called positioning. We became fun, welcoming, community-centered studio. We wanted everyone to believe that they too can be a dancer. And that's really important when you are first establishing yourself as a studio. We wanted to change the narrative from dance just being a great training tool, but we wanted everyone to feel like they can become a part of it. I remember in 2013, I started a campaign where we had said ballet is mandatory and we take dance serious. Because at the time, other studios in our neighborhood, they did not require ballet, or at least for the entire duration of your child's tenure. They didn't require ballet. So we wanted to say, ballet is the foundation of many styles of dance. We take dance serious because ballet is mandatory. So that was the campaign. And I wrapped everything around ballet bars, customized flooring, whatever we were doing. I wanted to get that narrative out there. Now, what the people did was we created the standard. We created the new standard by saying ballet is mandatory. So what people did was, regular people, when they started to look for a dance studio, they started to say, oh, well, they take dance serious because ballet is mandatory. And they started to use that in comparison to the other studios in our area. So we set a trend. We set the standard. Excellence does not equal perfectionism. Kingdom excellence is not making mistakes. And I think we as kingdom builders, kingdom believers, we think that in order for you to have excellence, you have to be perfect. And they're not the same. Excellence just means you have a clear vision, you're consistent, and you're a safe place to grow. That is what we established when we opened our business. We wanted it to be excellent, which means we were showing that we start on time. We were showing that we are following our dance uniforms, our protocols. These are the expectations. That is what we set in our environment. And that is the reputation that we have today. But it was important to showcase our environment. If your environment is joyful, then guess what? your advertisement should say joyful. If your environment is saying we're about learning, your flyer should reflect we're about learning. Think about it like this. If you're saying this is where you learn how to dance, right? This is where you learn how to perform. Instead of thinking that I have to show a perfect performer, show an imperfect performer. And then you can utilize other moments to showcase the perfect performer. But when you're putting this advertisement out there, you want to change the narrative so that everyone feels included and welcome. You can be excellent, but you don't have to be perfect. There's no such thing as being perfect. The brand principle, your marketing should match your experience when families walk in. So when you walk into the studio, if I am saying that our environment is joyful, if I am saying our environment is excellent, our environment is fun, then that's what our flyers should look like. That's what our banners should look like. I shouldn't be presenting ourselves one way in the short synopsis of a form, but when you come into the studio, it's not saying the same thing. You want to be consistent with your branding. So if you're saying that you're excellent, your insides needs to be excellent as well. Visibility and viability. Promoting yourself is not prideful, it's kingdom. I can't tell you how many times I hear people say, oh, you shouldn't say you're great, and they establish this culture. Or you shouldn't promote yourself because it's alluding to pride. There's no such thing. God gave you that assignment. Hiding it doesn't honor it. It's time out for the secret business. It's time out for that secret greatness that's inside of you. It's time out for having a studio or a childcare center or a youth learning center. It's time out for saying that you are mediocre by not saying you're great, right? So if I don't say that I'm great, then naturally it's kind of like you're mediocre, right? By consequence, you want to make yourself visible. How your viability, how are you viable if nobody knows you exist? Why are you trying to be the best kept secret? Or why are you saying, oh, I'm moving in silence? You're starting a business. You have a business. You have to be a good communicator. Great leaders are great communicators. You have to be able to communicate what it is that you do and why you do what you do. You don't want to just continue to be that best kept secret. I'm building a business and I am doing it on the low. Where does that bring you? If nobody knows about it, don't you want people to support? They need to see the process. You want to promote, you want to talk, you want to open your mouth, you want to stop being the best kept secret. Okay? Get that out of your mind. It's not prideful to say that you're great. It's not prideful to promote your business. It's not prideful to say that your business is successful. It's not prideful. It's actually not beneficial if you do the opposite. Scripture says, let your light shine before men so they will see your good works and glorify the Father. How do you do that? You do that by showing your actions. Let your light shine before men and they will see your good works and glorify the Father. I'm not doing it in my own will. I'm not being excellent on my own. I'm not being great on my own. No greater is he that is in me than he that is in the world. So what I am doing, I'm just showing that greatness by my works. And it happens to be excellent. It happens to be my fruit. It happens to be what it is that I'm doing. And you will ultimately see what I'm doing and glorify the Father. You will know I didn't come up with it myself. He gave it to me. People are the brand. Remember, faces are always greater than feats. Faces will always, when people connect more with kids than perfect arabesque, right? So no matter what, if somebody is looking at a flyer, at a banner, they're going to say, this looks like my kid because they look like their child, not because they're saying that, oh, my child can do this. Our marketing is, you bring them to me and I will teach them this. I don't expect anybody to walk through the door understanding this process. That's why it's called dance school. It is a school where you learn skills like regular grade school. I believe in highlighting those pretty faces. You want to have that fun energy and you want to make sure you are highlighting culture in anything that you do. right? So I believe our kids are perfect. I believe they look great. So that's what I'm going to show on our flyers, on our banners. I believe in culture. I believe in us having that little urban edge. Why? Because that's who we are. We're not polished all the time. We believe. So what I would do is, our kids don't always have perfect pressed hair. So what I started to do was put our kids on flyers with cornrows into a bun. Now, a bun is pretty standard in the dance community when you're talking about ballet and training classes, right? Why not roll it back with cornrows? Why does it have to be your regular slick back bun? I'm true to our culture. No, it's okay to have braids, right? It's not about selling perfection. We're selling safe, joyful places to grow. I am selling a atmosphere. I am selling an environment. I'm not just selling what it is that we do. I want our people to be grafted into our culture. I want them to immediately see, oh, this is what we're doing. I want them to look at a flyer and get an explosion of culture. I don't want them just to say, oh, that's another dance school, right? I want them to see that we are different. How do people see that you're different? Is by showing them that you're different, okay? Business principle, emotional branding is a thing. People remember how you make them feel. So if I put the most gorgeous 2-year-old on a flyer, most people will go and say, oh, such a pretty baby, right? It's called emotional branding. I want them to buy into what we have. I want them to buy into our culture. It's not a gimmick. We really do have gorgeous 2-year-olds here, right? So I want them to buy into it. As a business owner, you want to bring people into the experience. You want them to have an immersive cultural experience, not just say, this is what we do. So what are we really doing? All right. Number one, you want to know your real customer. Okay. You want to know your customer. That's your parents, your community. You don't want to solicit judges. Okay. If you solicit judges, they're going to critique you. They're going to critique your business. They're going to critique what it is that you're offering. You're not catering to the masses. You're not catering to the regular industry. You are catering to those who are interested in an activity. Okay? So you want to get that out of your head. You want to differentiate, all right? You want to show joy in process while others show perfection. So you can leave that up to the other studios, the other businesses. They'll show the perfection and you continue to do what you do. You want to be able to reach more people. The process is in the development. When I'm able to reach people, I love when I'm able to get students and families who've never tried dance before. They come into our business and they leave out a couple years later, great dancers, right? It's the development. I want to differentiate. I want to show joy. I want to show welcome. I want to show kindness. I want to show beauty. I want to show fun. I want to show excitement. You want to align the experience and the marketing, all right? You want your flyer to be your real environment. You don't want to pretend, okay? And if you feel like your environment is not something you want to illuminate, you want to change your environment first. Your flyers are a reflection of what you're already doing within your business. You want to factor in emotional branding. Okay, what does that mean? I want to keep the kids' community, and I want to keep building a connection. I want to keep that at the forefront of my mind when I am advertising my facility, when I'm advertising my program. I want that to be the forefront because that is what community cares about. Okay, and it's truly what I care about. You want to be consistent in visibility. You want to show up often so people say, oh, I see you everywhere. Every chance I get, I promote our business on social media. Why? Because social media is where people are to be social. So I am being social by posting my business on social media. You want your business to be at the forefront. You want to get over yourself. You want to stop hindering yourself. You want to get over yourself with saying that, oh, I'm not going to promote my business. You want to get past that. You don't want to say that I'm introverted. You want to be social. Why? Because social is how you attract. He who's friendly gain friends. You want to be friendly so you can gain friends. Okay? You want to become the program that people trust by way of knowing you. See, we have endless opportunity when it comes down to social media, when it comes down to putting our businesses out there, because people get to really learn the brand. They get to learn you as a person. So well before people come through our business, 90% of the people that come into our business, they already know who Tia and I are, and they already made up in their mind they're going to trust us. And then we continue to build that trust when they actually become a part of the family. But the reality is, they already looked us up. They already figured out who we were. You want to take some action steps? This is what you want to do this week. Audit your flyers and socials, all right? You want to look and see, does this look like the real environment? You want to make sure they align. If they don't align, you want to go back and make sure that they do align, okay? Plan people first shoots. So I love to capture groups, smiles. I want to capture the teachers. I want to capture the culture. I want to buy them into what it is that we do. And that's what I want people to see, the behind the scenes, right? I post with intention. I believe in flyers. I believe in photo carousels. I believe in short reels from that day. I have reels right now lined up, ready to be released. I'm constantly getting content. I'm constantly recording. I constantly have a phone. I have a few phones. I constantly have them out. Why? Because I need content. Content is how we prove to our community, how we prove on social media that we are who we say we are. I get that raw, uncut footage. Why? Because it is representing us in a great light, because we really do believe in, we really walk in that way. You want to open your mouth. You want to go live. You want to post those videos. You want to share your heart. You want to invite families in. You want people to be a part of the experience. You don't want to keep them out in a parking lot. Time out for that. Do not keep your parents in the parking lot. Do not keep your spectators in the parking lot. You want to develop an atmosphere where they want to come in, because that means that they're a part. They're included. All right? So I told you, it's time out for being perfect. It's time out for saying stuff, and it's time to do. It's a call to action. It's time to move forward. It's time to show the authentic you, the true you. It's time to get the word out. Stop being a secret and get the word out. Be bold, be courageous, be different, go forward. It's your time now. If you like what you saw today, if you believe in what you saw today, like, subscribe, share, and give me a comment. Give me feedback. I have a lot of experience, and I want to share it with you. I want to break the code. I want to kick the doors down for those hidden secrets. And I want you to get to know the truth. And I want to show you every step of the way. I want to help you. Let's go. Let's do this right now. Let's go.